I'm back. So, I got the mods working and the game isn't crashing anymore. My guess is because of the game I was playing previously, which was very hardware intensive, lots of 3D and stuff. The fact that the dungeon was 3D rendered and the fact that it only crashed during the dungeon. Anyway, so I'm in the normal difficulty right now, and look how much XP I got from just beating up 2 durians. So this is huge in a lot of ways. I'm gonna be playing in this difficulty for a bit until I'm at the correct XP. Because this is gonna be the way I farm. This is gonna be the way I grind XP now. Right, I have the star key, which should... at least keep it like this until we're back to being level 50. Unfortunately, it seems this music mod does not use the battle music. Yeah, this isn't it. Oh no, this is still it. It's just a different arrange from super arrange. It's EDM. I'm not a fan. Has a longer build up to this the start. I just want to jam out to this for a bit. Ooh, they add the electric guitar now. I much prefer the violin from Super Arrange. If I could, I would manually change this myself from the mod. Maybe I will try, but after I finish recording the game. I'm much too lazy to change it right now. I mean, it's the same melody in the end. And it has its own different extension of the song. Wacky. Fortunately, I already beat up most of the boss in the second, but now that I have the star key, I should be able to beat up the... bitches in here instead. Yo. Yeah. I'm in the lower difficulty and I get more XP. I mean, I guess if you just wanted to play casually, since there's no easy mode, the fact that you get more XP on normal difficulty should more than make up for things, I guess. And I'll get back to level 50 in no time. Thank frick, it was Perkins I chose to get. Wow. I like this arrange. I've gotten kinda tired. I really don't like the FOE battle music. It was cool the first time, but it started becoming grating as I kept listening to it. I like how the arms always take priority over everyone else's move. That's really nice. And since it increases resistance, it also makes it a good defensive tool. I gain a level every time I kill one of these guys. I mean, you could technically call this cheating. But I say with the difficulty additions they made, being able to change difficulty at any point in the game to grind, I say is more of an accessibility feature. I mean, that's personally what I did in Mary Skelter and stuff. I don't see anything wrong with what I'm doing. I am in New Game Plus now, and I really don't want to grind. Ooh. I don't think anyone has ever played a game and said, "Oh boy, I can't wait to go back to grinding." They still get their XP, right? Good. Ah, right, I can only use items. Well, this is annoying. I don't know, I felt the need to check that. I really like this rendition of this dungeon music. I did say I like that they stayed faithful to the original OST, and I still stick by that. Man, these renditions are nice. Perkins actually doesn't get to do much. I should just not stop bothering. Yeah, I get way more done this way. Tails are so fast. Shirt. Stop! how quickly we're rising up. Man, I should have known. I wish I knew this sooner. I don't believe there are any other secrets left. Which is really strange. Ah, that's because the rest of the secrets hidden in this moon key, which I don't get until near the end of the game. Nice, I got an achievement, Filthy Rich. Definitely want to save. I gained 6 whole levels. I have some quests, right? Ah, right. Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Ah, I guess there's still these guys. And then as for the mutated bitch... Should be somewhere around here. Nice, even just these guys give a lot of XP. Do I not have limits properly set? That shouldn't matter. Nice. This This rendition's cool. They made the melody way much more prominent now. I like the original because of its dun 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 dun, just being so loud sounding and epic. But this one makes the entire song overall just better sounding, I think. Wow, we're almost. At least this team is. I'll still have to switch out to the other team members because they won't be in the correct level just yet. Oh, I think I know where the foul beast is now. I believe if I go up in here in this dead end and then come right back out. Yeah. I'll go mark these. I doubt I'll ever do a third New Game Plus. Game's much more fun if you play it from the beginning. With an empty slate. Now I just need to Geez, 99 plus 99, that's 198,000 XP. It's just so inconvenient, and again, it really doesn't matter anymore. So I may as well just not bother with the Ariadne's red limit. Nice, I like that. Oh wow. I think they boosted the XP you get from those as well. I should spend my XP before going to the next dungeon floor. Only increases damage. This is a pretty good skill. This could potentially be better than 9 smashes. Because I can just debuff the enemies immediately if I pair her with Umag, which I most likely will be doing a lot of. Damn, I want Meteor. I won't be listening to this song anymore anyway. The first battle music, I mean. Right, time to go to the Molten Caves.
But it definitely gained a lot.
And finally, cement plus sand and gravel. This is the normal concrete mix.
Is that it? No. Part of it. Whoa. That's it. So I did fail at 8,300.
Very unique sounding.
I was surprised to see that all the cylinders broke under about the same pressure.
I think to me really interesting that you could have all of that cement, right? But you don't get appreciably
Right. Stronger than like this or that.
Cement is the most expensive part of concrete, so you can get away with reducing it down 30% of the mix and still get the same strength characteristics.
I like it.
But you should definitely do that. The other thing that was interesting was pure cement seemed to flake and chip more as it was loaded. So it seemed like adding the aggregate actually helped the sample cohere and stay together under all that work. So was Roman concrete superior to modern concrete? The answer is no, in short. I mean, there were some surprising advantages that Roman concrete had. For example, it's actually less well mixed than modern concrete. So there were little blocks of undissolved calcium oxide or quicklime that remained inside Roman concrete. And then what happened is when the concrete cracked and water got in there, it would dissolve that calcium oxide, forming calcium hydroxide, and then you would get the new growth of calcium carbonate. So Roman concrete was actually self-healing. That's kind of a fascinating advantage. But I would say, by and large, when we look back at the Roman structures, we only see the ones that have survived to this day, so there is a survivor bias. And finally, there's the issue of cost. We could make very strong concretes that could last an incredibly long time, but we choose not to, because it's just cheaper and we don't expect our buildings to last that long. Before the concrete goes out on site, they have to make sure it's the right consistency for the customer. Not too dry and not too runny. This can be adjusted with water.
Forgot to sell my
really want to do
stuff.
that because that can also affect the strength. So here they use modern chemicals like superplasticizers.
Well, here on the top left, we have our dispensing units for all our chemical admixtures.
That's
I'm
what they're
going back
doing now.
and changing my party.
Superplasticizer makes the concrete
Level
easier for
45
it to
is
spread around without really changing the water content very much. To check that the
pretty
consistency
good, I'd
is right,
say.
they perform something called a slump test or spread test.
We're going to fill the cone to the top, nice and level. We're going to pull that metal cone off, measure the distance it travels on the board.
The concrete they're pouring on me should have a spread of 27 inches.
We're going to measure it both sides, right on at 27 on that one, and go this way, right on at 27 on that one.
I can make that. I can retire them again.
You don't want it too dry. You want it wet enough to flow and fill up whatever container you're trying to fill. In this case, the sphere with you in it. So the question you're probably wondering is, how long can I stay in here before the
I feel like any more retiring and just using the lower difficulties to grind would kinda just be cheating at this point. I want to make the game too easy just by grinding, and I can have fun just exploring and challenging myself.
Or something breaks, then at times concrete does harden inside the drum of these trucks, and that is a terrible outcome. There's one thing you can do to slow the concrete down from setting, and that is to add some regular pop, like Coke. The sugars inside this Coke actually prevent the setting up process from happening, and that can buy you 2 hours. So apparently these truck drivers, they drive around with a few 2-liter bottles of pop inside their cab so they can dump it in their load if they have to prevent it from setting up. So hopefully that means I'll get that okay too.
How does concrete actually harden? Well, you have the dry mixture of gravel, sand, and cement powder, and then you add water. The water starts dissolving these cement powder grains, so ions enter solution. And some of those ions are calcium hydroxide. So that's what makes concrete the very basic solution. What do you see?
Approaching 12, 11.8. So the pH of concrete get up to 12 or 13. The pH of this is 11.8. And that's incredibly basic. Which means if it's on your skin, it's on your body, it can be dissolving your skin itself.
Being buried in concrete is sort of like jumping in a bath of bleach.
And that's why I'm actually wearing a dry suit and some latex gloves. Yeah, it's not something you want to try at home, so do not try swimming in concrete.
So now the ions are dissolved in the solution. Remember, the most common compound in cement is tricalcium silicate. As it reacts with the water, crystals start to form of calcium silicate hydrates, plus other hydrate minerals. All these crystals grow and become interlocked, causing the concrete to harden. Note that the water is essential to the formation of these crystals. So water is not evaporating, it's not drying out, it's actually becoming burnt into solid concrete material. That's why this chemistry is called cement hydration. It's also why freshly poured concrete should be kept in as damp an environment as possible. Las Vegas is so dry they frequently set up misters to spray around new concrete to ensure the humidity was high enough. One of the things I realized while making this video is that limestone, the core component of cement and concrete, really comes from ancient sea life. Limestone is formed from the skeletons and shells of ancient sea organisms that died millions of years ago, and then all that got compressed. And now we use that to make huge skyscrapers and overpasses. Basically every huge piece of infrastructure is made in concrete. So now when you look at a beautiful city skyline, what you're really seeing is ancient marine life. Skyscrapers are made of seashells.
Skyscrapers are made of seashells. Skyscrapers are made of seashells.
Yeah, this is wild. This is hilarious. I have no words.
I'm like trying to push myself down into it, but it's like.
At least I only have to deal with the
down into the concrete,
skills.
but it's like, well, I'm getting pushed out of this thing. I'm just gonna try to push myself down in here. Like that is it. There is no. You cannot get buried in concrete. Okay? I'm doing my best right now to like sink down, and it is not happening. But I'm gonna use my arms to push myself in. Oh! Working against buoyancy. This is hard. You were worried about getting me out, but like I can't stay in. I'm gonna try to jump in. Here we go. That's it. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I haven't brought her full equipment yet.
Oh. That feels so good. I like don't want to get out. This is so nice. Is anyone got a time check? This stuff's not gonna set up on me, is it?
So as we've seen, concrete is one of the most important materials in the world. It's made possible most of the large-scale infrastructure we live on. But it also creates a lot of CO2, an estimated 8% of the total. That is more than the entire aviation sector. Together, we can do something about it. I would personally like to offset 1 month of your carbon emissions, and I will do that through this video sponsor, Ren. Ren is a website where you can calculate your carbon footprint, see which aspects of your lifestyle make the biggest contribution, and learn how to reduce your impact. And if you like, offset your carbon footprint by coming to the first phase of carbon reduction projects like tree planting, or whether you can tree forest.
Hello everyone, my name is Victorious and welcome back to
Should I bring Mayara? Should I give Alma a gun?
Today's episode we are finally going to do
I'll give Alma a gun.
to the stronghold where we can find the portal to the end dimension, and in the next episode we'll be going to the end for the first time to face down the Ender Dragon. To begin our search for the stronghold, I need to grab some of the Ender Pearls collected so far, and there aren't a great deal of them in the chest right here, so I'm grabbing them directly out of the item filter, but we'll have plenty more of these to add to the filters before long. I also have a bunch in the house over here. They should still be in my storage system since I've gathered a few Ender Pearls over the course of the series so far. Right here we've got 12 of them. Okay, that leaves us with 22, not too bad. And up here we should still have some blaze rods. If I break those down into blaze powder, we get 2 rods, so we should have plenty to craft some Eyes of Ender. While we're familiar with these already as the crafting ingredient for an Ender chest, they also have a separate functionality, and one which would arguably be more important. If we step outside and throw one of these Eyes of Ender into the air, it will point the direction of the stronghold, and it looks like that one right there is going to be pointing us in this direction. That is south west. So I'm going to take a note of that and make a couple of other preparations. First of all, I need a decent source of food, and for that I'm going to buy some golden carrots from the farmer that I've been trading with after we got Polo, the hero of the village.
The others aren't actually lagging that far behind.
The golden carrots are one of the best foods in the game when it comes to saturation and the behind-the-scenes value that prevents you from getting hungry for longer. So we're going to be eating golden carrots as our primary food for a little while now, especially since we have a decent amount of emeralds. I'm going to craft these last two ender pearls into Eyes of Ender anyway. I figured I would do that just in case we need them, since it is possible for an ender pearl when thrown into the air to break and to not be able to retrieve it. And ideally, in our search for the stronghold, we want to end up with 12 Eyes of Ender left once we reach the stronghold itself. In theory, we should not need that many, but that's the worst case scenario, so it's always a good idea to plan ahead. And now that daytime has arrived, we're going to set off in search of the stronghold. We're going to head off southwest, and I'm going to bring a boat and a bed with me because this is potentially going to be a longer trip. And every so often, we're going to tune into our coordinates and pay attention to how those numbers are behaving. Because there are multiple strongholds out in the world, there are actually multiple ways of accessing the end portal and getting to the end dimension. And on Minecraft Java Edition, those are arranged in rings centered on the 0, 0 coordinate, with the first set of strongholds really arriving once you are 1,300 blocks away from the 0, 0 point of your world. But those can be anywhere between 1,300 blocks and about 2,800 blocks, so it's possible that the stronghold is actually quite far away from our base. It can also be quite difficult to keep track of your Eyes of Ender if you're throwing them in a densely forested area like a jungle or a regular forest. If you're throwing them on the floor, then you might not be able to see which way they go. So while we're out here in the open ocean, I'm going to throw an Eye of Ender and check that it's heading in the right direction. Good, looks like this one's going in the right direction, and it also dropped for us, so I can dive down to the ocean floor and retrieve that. In terms of coordinates, we are now about 1,500 blocks out, coming up to 1,600 blocks out from the 0, 0 coordinates, so we might expect strongholds to start generating around this point. There is a little ocean island dead ahead of us, so I think I'll step out of the boat on this island and throw my next Eye of Ender from there and see if it's travelling in the same direction. So this time we are about 1,800 blocks out on the x-axis, and oh no, it looks like the Eye of Ender is now travelling back, and there you go, that's an example of what happens when one of them breaks. Still, we have 21 left, we only need to keep 12, and it seems like we have already gone over the direction of the stronghold. In fact, the stronghold seems to be probably somewhere in this ocean biome, somewhere below the surface. So now it becomes our job to sort of zero in on the location of the stronghold, and to do that, we can go to an adjacent piece of terrain. We're kind of traveling laterally here. We'll throw the Eye of Ender from here, and we'll see which direction it travels. It's actually traveling back that way, so it seems like the stronghold might actually be closer to that island, perhaps even somewhere near the shipwreck. Now here's the tricky part. There is no surface structure that marks the entrance to the stronghold. The strongholds are going to be completely underground. In some cases, they can be really far down in the world. If you want to be more precise about things, you can actually locate the staircase that begins the stronghold structure in the same way that you can buried treasure. If you look for the chunk in which the ender pearl descends into the ground instead of floating up and pointing in a direction from the sky, you can enable chunk borders using that F3 and G shortcut, and you look for the 4-4 relative coordinate in the same way that you look for the 9-9 coordinate. In this case, it looks like that is this chunk here, and if we throw the Eye of Ender here, it's going to go straight downwards. But I think in this case, we're going to use the shipwreck as kind of a staging area to dig a tunnel down to the stronghold. First of all, I'm going to dive in here and see what this treasure is. We've got a couple of extra armor trims from that, of course, that's very nice. Then I'm going to grab a bunch of dirt from this nearby island, and we're going to use that to fill in all the water in the cabin so we don't drown while we're in there. Obviously, if I'd known about this, I might have brought some sponges with me, and the process of doing this would be a lot faster. And there are so many waterlogged blocks down here, waterlogged stairs and fences and that kind of thing, but it seems like we've eliminated most of those now. And from here we can start a staircase down into the neighbouring chunk, where we should hopefully find the structure of the stronghold. Once our staircase reaches a certain length, I might actually turn right and start digging down in a kind of spiral staircase formation. And there we are, we found it. Incredible. Okay, these are the blocks of the stronghold, and you can tell
I want
because
that back.
there are
I wasn't able to use it last time.
Stone brick and
I
cracked
doubt
stone
I'd
brick
still be able to
in
use it
certain
now.
situations. Looks like we're also digging down into a lush cave since there is clay down here, but this is really where we want to be. So if I open this up a little bit, I'm going to silk touch some of these blocks. There we go. We have found the entrance to the stronghold. This initial staircase begins the structure, and we get the I Spy advancement for taking our first steps into the stronghold. At this point, my first instinct is to make sure that we have a safe way back up, since we might need to return from this structure. But then after that, we can make our way down the spiral staircase, and honestly, I might put some of these blocks and stuff in a chest up here, since we should be needing any of the blocks of the shipwreck from upstairs. And maybe I'll stash the treasure and whatnot in here as well, so we have a slightly clearer inventory. Now stepping down here, we'll encounter an iron door, which we can open up with the buttons on the side here, or you can simply just break it. And I honestly recommend breaking those doors just so that they can effectively act as markers for where you've already been. You can also navigate in here using torches, because the structure of the stronghold is a winding system of corridors. It's kind of a labyrinth that leads you to the end portal, or may occasionally lead you away from it. This is where placing the torches on one of the two walls is going to come in really handy. I'm going to put them on the left so I can find the right way back, following the old Bull Swords Junior mnemonic, but it looks like this room has ended in a dead end, and we can always break down a couple of the walls here just in case there is another adjacent room that has overlapped with some of the stronghold generation here. But no, it looks like we just break back out into the corridor we've already explored. So it looks like we're going up and over the top. These cells to either side here don't really serve any kind of purpose. Occasionally mobs will spawn in them and it looks like they're in jail, but at the moment we don't need to do anything inside of there. We do need to keep our wits about us, since there are going to be mobs in here thanks to the amount of dark area. But you will find the stronghold has generated some torches in some of these rooms, so it's worth bearing that in mind. And in this case, we've got a torch placed on the right-hand wall by the game here. We're going to switch that to the left-hand wall so it doesn't disorient us whilst we're exploring. And it looks like we might have come around to an area that comes straight through from this intersection. So I'm going to be breaking down the doors and making sure I know which directions I travel. These rooms often interconnect to a series of different tunnels, but it looks like in this case we don't have anything to either side. It's simply generated into the terrain around the outside, so I don't need to worry too much about what's going on in here. I can also hear some lava noises if I stand in this corner, so behind the wall or possibly underneath the floor is potentially the location of the stronghold portal room. It could be a lava lake that generated naturally as part of the terrain here, but the portal room also contains a little bit of lava, so it might be worth exploring in this direction from this doorway here. And it looks like a spiral staircase leads down into more of the stronghold structure. Keeping our torches on the left here, it looks like we just have a couple of those jail cells, so we're going to double back around. And if we want to, we can mark off the doors that we've already travelled through with some sort of building block. Bring some logs with you, or use some natural stone here that doesn't form part of the stronghold corridors, and it will be obvious that those are doors that you've explored already. So we don't get anything going through that way, so we're going to have to go around. That's another dead end on this side. Looks like the stronghold does break out into cave systems here and there, but this one's also a dead end. Interesting. At that point, we have explored basically every direction we can do, given the natural winding parts of the stronghold structure. So it seems like this stronghold may actually have wrapped back around on itself and overlapped, putting a wall up in an area where there's not supposed to be one. So I'm going to return to the corner of this room where I heard the lava noises, and we're going to be digging out the walls of this to see if we can get a little closer to where I'm hearing those lava sounds, because it may be we dig into a different part of the stronghold. Oh, yeah, okay, I've dug up directly underneath the lava. Now, the question is this entire floor area here going to drip with lava? Because if it is, yeah, it looks like we're not digging up under the stronghold portal room after all. I think the ceiling above us would be made out of stone bricks if that was the case. So unfortunately, it looks like the game is leaving us to do a little bit of guesswork here. Which direction is the stronghold going to extend? Or is this really it? Is this all of the stronghold structure that's generated in this region? If this happens to you, the first thing I recommend doing is going back to the entrance to your stronghold and digging through any walls that appear to be stronghold corridors that have dead ended. I'm also hearing a lot of zombie noises around me in this area, so I'm wondering, yes, if I dig through this wall, it looks like the stronghold itself has generated weirdly and concealed the neighboring corridors. So this looks like a much better direction for us to go, and we even have a stronghold chest here. If I open this up, it's going to contain a couple of basic supplies. It'll have a bit of food, some armor, sometimes additional ender pearls, and even things like music discs. But from here, the stronghold splits out into other corridors, which are potentially going to lead us down towards what we want. And if we go down this set of stairs here, yeah, it looks like it has overlapped weirdly because that staircase generated with a ceiling that's a little bit low. If we head down through this iron door in front of us,
Sounds way more quiet than the original.
Light, and there is a cobblestone room here that looks like
Almost kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy's lava music.
Like the spawner didn't generate which is kind of interesting. We can block off this section temporarily since that is going to lead us down towards and I still haven't found any of the zombies I was hearing through the floors, so I'm wondering if those were in the vicinity of
The branch can be found here, but I don't remember where.
Oh, here is our zombie room. It looks like there's a couple of them in here along with some skeletons, and now the skeleton is in trouble because he's shot at a couple of the zombies trying to hit me. Looks like that leads to a dead end as well. And one thing I should note whilst we're down here exploring is be a little careful if you're
Good thing I have Evelyn.
with a standard pick that doesn't have silver.
Since she's also an Igroid,
One of these stone bricks
that technically makes her an alternative, even though
can be a
she's just the same
silverfish.
class.
You might have encountered silverfish earlier in the series, especially if you've been doing any mining in mountain biomes. And obviously on Java Edition, if we look at blocks using the F3 screen, you'll be able to see whether the block you are targeting is a regular stone brick, or in this case,
and that's not in this area. This place is
I'm
just
going to break that
a
with a
trap.
to show you what happens, because instead
Straight
of
up.
the block dropping, you will get this puff of smoke there, and occasionally a silverfish will pop out and start to attack you. There you go, we've got one of these. They look like little bugs or mice or something, and they can be pretty easily dispatched. They don't have a lot of health, but if you end up hitting them and not instantly killing them, they can summon other silverfish out of similarly infested blocks in the surrounding area. If you're using a Silk Touch pickaxe, however, the infested property of that block does not apply, and you just pick up a standard version of the block without awakening any silverfish. You can never obtain those infested stone bricks, so you can't go and make a house out of them that would explode if you mined it improperly. But let's head down the staircase towards the light at the end of here, and we found ourselves in another landmark structure of the stronghold, and this is the library. Now, of course, this is a really great source of books and bookshelves. If you wanted them for decorative purposes, if you feel like you want to make another enchanting setup somewhere, if you just want more enchanting
Nice.
fodder, they will also
That's what I'm
contain
talking
these
about.
loot chests, which
Hell
occasionally
yeah.
have bits and pieces in that are worth grabbing, a couple of loose books, some paper, and in this case, the eye armor trim, which is a very nice find, so I'm going to pop that in my ender chest right away. I really don't want to end up losing that. The eye armor trim can exclusively be found as part of Stronghold loot, so it's very nice to have one of those. You'll find another chest up here in the corner of the balcony section of the library, and that has another eye armor trim in it, so that's really nice to have a duplicate already. In addition to those, you might occasionally find enchanted books here in the Stronghold library, so it's always worth looking for, and of course, you can break your way through the bookshelves if you want to avoid the cobwebs, or if you just want a nice easy way out, collecting books as you go. And typically these library rooms are the terminus of a series of tunnels. They're not going to lead through to anywhere else, so we can safely turn around and explore a different avenue. Looks like our next direction has a spiral staircase that leads down, so let's explore these corridors, and it looks like there are a couple of doors that once again lead through to a dead end. And this one leads out into a flooded section of corridors. There's some glow squid that have suffocated while here, and once again, there we go. This chest contains a couple more ender pearls, which if we are short on ender pearls by the time you reach the stronghold, we can always resupply from one of these chests if we get lucky. Now in this case, it seems like the stronghold structure does lead out into this cave where there don't seem to be any more stone brick structures around. The axolotls are having a lovely time in here, but in this case, I'm not concerned about exploring too much further in that direction. You may occasionally, however, find that your stronghold has been bisected by a ravine or by cave generation, and in those cases, it's usually a good idea to explore the area just in case one of the rooms has ended up getting fragmented, and that leads further down towards the portal room. Another spiral staircase leads us even further down, but that also seems to lead to a dead end. Once again, I heard a couple of zombie noises, so it may be that the world has overlapped the stronghold in a couple of weird ways, but we still do have a couple of directions here that we might be able to travel, and once again, this room here, which handily generated with a button in this block, so I knew which way to go.
Nice one,
That's
Alma.
leading through to the next area. We have a fountain room right here. That's usually a good sign. The fountain rooms seem to occur very close to this room. This is the end portal, and you'll notice there is a silverfish spawner up here on the staircase near the portal frame. Here is the main thing we came here for, and it's important not to rush over here because, as you can see, we end up with a bunch of lava underneath this ring of blocks. This ring of blocks is the end portal, and this is why we have brought so many Eyes of Ender with us. You'll notice that one of the portal frame blocks is already occupied by an Eye of Ender, while there are 11 that are currently vacant, and there's a small chance of more of these being filled up already, up to the point where you can stumble into a stronghold, even though this is very unlikely, and find all 12 portal frames already filled in with Eyes of Ender. In this case, though, we can simply right-click on these portal frames with an Eye of Ender to place the eyes in there, and eventually, once all 12 are filled up, it will activate the portal. We're only going to place 11 of those, or well, 10 of those, with one already in there. Oh, and there we go. I've ended up dealing non-lethal damage to a silverfish, and already the blocks of the room are rebelling. Well, there we go. We took out a couple of them. And this is the reason that a lot of people will break the silverfish spawner once they first arrive in the dungeon, because silverfish don't drop anything useful aside from experience.
Portal here so far away compared to every other dungeon. I guess it's due to the fact that this is a place that you can enter from the very beginning, like the very first dungeon, which is the forest.
Water over the top of that lava to convert it into obsidian, and naturally I'll need to light up the area a little better after removing that major light source. But breaking out these blocks of obsidian, we're going to use these to create a nether portal relatively close to this portal frame, because the end portal is one we will need to return to very often. And unlike nether portals, they only occur at fixed points throughout the world. They cannot be moved. You cannot obtain these blocks and move your end portal somewhere else. Try and mine these, nothing happens. It's kind of like mining bedrock. Likewise, they can't be pushed by pistons or obtained using any other survival means, so this is the place we will have to return to.
I know it's in a dead end somewhere.
We got 9 obsidian from that. I'm going to pour a little bit of water over the sides here, so we end up with a bit more obsidian for our nether portal. And then I'm going to back away because I really don't feel like dealing with these silverfish any more than I have to. There's still a bit of unexplored stronghold out here as well, but I think I'm going to put my nether portal in the center of this room, probably facing towards that entrance. That way I know when I come through this portal, I'm going to end up facing the stronghold. With 12 obsidian, we'll make a 3x3 portal like this, and I should have a flint and steel here in my ender chest. Perfect. And now, of course, I can head on through to the nether to create a portal on the opposite side, or I can take these coordinates and use them to create a match portal somewhere in the nether that I have more control over. Just out of curiosity, I think I will step through to the nether just to get my bearings. I don't think this should match to any of the portals I have already created. Nope, it looks like
it's not as menacing without the siren thingy that's going.
Quite close to a tunnel I've already made, judging like what I can see above me. Yeah, this
it's more of a UFO where I guess.
So that's
I guess it's still
really
cool.
convenient because all I need to do is relocate this portal vertically, and I should be able to step off that walkway towards the desert biome directly into the stronghold. We're going to do that right now. We're going to take down the obsidian of this portal and use it to relocate the portal adjacent to that walkway. And I guess the portal was about here? Yeah, that's where the magma blocks are, but wow, that was tremendously convenient. It certainly saves me a little bit of hassle for when I create my nether hub later. So there we go. Should be able to light this portal up, and fingers crossed, we return to that portal in the stronghold.
It's actually a rather significant amount of damage.
Very good. So now we should be able to have a two-way connection to the stronghold anytime we want to. And I think I'll put some of the mossy stone bricks that I've been gathering from the stronghold up around here so it's obvious which portal this is. And then probably fill in the back behind the portal as well, because otherwise I could be stepping off into a lava lake. Back inside the stronghold, we have a couple of other things we can investigate. We've already looked in at these chests right here, but there are a few other side rooms that I am interested in exploring. There are typically 2 of those library rooms per stronghold, and you'll also sometimes find a room like this, where a ladder leads up to this suspended platform, where you'll sometimes find a little bit of loot in a chest. Often just supplies like bread and apples, nothing too serious in there. Another corridor chest is going to give us another couple of pieces of bread and another free ender pearl, so that's quite nice to have. And I wonder who's behind this door. Once again, it looks like some of the stronghold has been broken apart by aquifers down here. Well, that's not a problem. Our portal room was intact, and that's the important thing. But here we go. Here is our second library. So I'm going to step into here. We're going to close the door behind us for a little privacy. And once again, we find ourselves with enchanted books and another armor trim, the eye armor trim. Up on the next layer, we're going to find most likely the same thing. Yep, there we go. Oh, and a book with 3 enchantments on it. That's a rare find. Looks like the rest of these corridors are going to be dead ends. Having found that second library, there's really not a whole lot else that we're going to find down here. I don't believe there's an opportunity for a third library or a second portal room or anything, unless some kind of cosmic fluke has happened and your seed is glitched out and there are multiple strongholds adjacent to each other. In this case, it looks like we are all done here, so I'm going to throw the other armor trims into the ender chest. We're going to
Way to go, yes.
enchanted book and probably the golden apple in there as well. And now we're going to return home so that we can talk about how to prepare for our visit to the end and the fight with the Ender Dragon. Okay, back at the storage room, we're going to throw everything up here.
I mean, I
into
know that
storage.
boss
Naturally, we'll
is-
have to keep 1 eye of Ender found in the portal, but the remaining 10 we can make into additional Ender chests if we want to, or they can be used to locate another stronghold elsewhere in the world. Because if for whatever reason you can't find the portal room in the stronghold that you visited, it's entirely possible to go in a different direction to find a different stronghold. As I mentioned on Java Edition, the strongholds generate in a series of rings centering on the 0, 0 coordinates. So if that stronghold was a bust, all we would need to do would be to travel basically directly across 0, 0 in the opposite direction and then throw an Eye of Ender while we are over there. And at the time of this recording at least, they are evenly spaced out along that ring in a sort of triangle. So if we have a 1 to the southwest, if we rotate our field of view by a third, chances are we would probably have one to the kind of north-northwest, and probably one
This
somewhere
where the branch
to the
is?
east as well. Now in terms of our preparation for the
Literally
dragon
the
fight,
last thing
we
I
could just go in
bothered to
with
check.
the gear that we already have, but there are a couple of things that I will advise as precautionary measures that you bring with you. The fight with the Ender Dragon happens in a completely different dimension, which is an island floating in the void. If you fall off the island at any point, you're probably going to die. There really isn't a great deal of ways to recover from falling into the void. And when you first load into the end dimension, you'll arrive on this 5x5 platform of obsidian, which can be disconnected from the central island where the dragon fight begins. So, for that purpose, I recommend bringing a bunch of logs with you. The main reason I recommend logs over any other kind of material is that they can be broken down into planks, which means you're effectively carrying 4 times the amount of
I
material
need to
that
activate
is
it.
stored in a single center space. Not only that, but the planks can be further broken down into slabs, which doubles the amount of material you have there for bridging over to the main island. Also, later in our exploration of the end dimension, we're going to be doing a lot of bridging between floating islands like this, since the whole dimension is made up of these different islands suspended in the void, so it's going to be vital to have an adequate supply of bridging material that we can use to bridge out to other islands. Once we've reached the central island where the dragon fight takes place, a decent ranged weapon and a decent melee weapon are going to be vital. I recommend that you bring a bow with infinity, so you are unlikely to run out of arrows, but if you prefer to put mending on your bow, then make sure you brought at least a stack of arrows, if not more. I'd say a stack if you're confident with your aim, and slightly more if you are underconfident. You can always bring a couple of
I
stacks
like
of arrows
this
in your
team.
ender chest if you want to, but I recommend having a decent supply of
I
projectiles.
want
because
offense over
one of the conditions
defense.
of the Ender Dragon fight is that you destroy
And
a
this,
bunch of
these are my two
crystals
main
that are
teams
perched
that
on
both
top of
specialize
obsidian
in
pillars. When those take
their
any
own
sort of
different
damage, they
things.
explode, so destroying them at close range is going to be potentially deadly. It's much better to destroy them with a projectile from a distance. Projectile doesn't even have to be an arrow though. You can use snowballs if we want to break down some of the snow blocks around here. You can always throw a couple of these at the end crystal, and if they make contact, they will destroy it instantly. You can even use chicken eggs and they will have the same effect. But a bow or crossbow, if you prefer those, is going to still be a really good idea for fighting the dragon itself, since it will spend a lot of the time in the air. It will only come down to perch in a central location every so often, and that's when you can get your melee hits in. But the majority of the time, If you're fighting the dragon actively, you're going to be hitting
Need
it
to
from the
sell
ground
off
with a
everything else
projectile
first,
weapon
actually.
while it's in the air. And unfortunately, snowballs and eggs don't do any damage to the Ender Dragon, so you're going to have to use a bow or a crossbow for that. I also don't recommend using a trident, since throwing one of those and missing can result in the trident flying into the void. And at some point, I think they planned on making the loyalty enchantment return a trident from the void, but I don't know for certain if that's been implemented yet, so you do risk losing a pretty valuable weapon if you go down that route. Now, much like in the Nether,
that doesn't
beds
seem
explode
right.
when placed and right-clicked in the end dimension, and so you might have seen some Minecraft speedrunners attempting to kill the dragon using the explosions from a bed when the dragon comes down to perch on the central portal. That's a kind of advanced way of doing things. If it's your first time fighting the Ender Dragon, I don't recommend attempting it because there are many ways in which that can result in the player getting blown up instead of the dragon. Instead, I recommend using melee and projectile weapons to take down the dragon and spend the rest of your time focused on evasion. If the player makes contact with the dragon, or I suppose more accurately, if the dragon flies at the player, it can knock you into the air, causing you to fly up, and that can typically result in near-fatal fall damage, or even the dragon knocking you into the void. And to avoid that outcome, we return to the Phantom Membrane that we gathered in the previous episode, because that will allow us to brew a potion of slow falling. After you put your nether wart in, just add the Phantom Membrane in there, and we might want to consider adding some redstone dust to this to increase the duration of our slow falling potion. The default duration is 1 minute 30, adding in some redstone will increase that to 4 minutes, and 4 minutes of slow falling is pretty decent for the Ender Dragon fight. Even if it's your first time fighting the dragon, I don't expect the fight would last much longer than 12 minutes, so 12 minutes of slow falling is going to have you pretty well covered. Alternatively, if you're a maverick and you have quick reflexes, you can bring a water bucket with you, which can save you from a difficult fall by simply placing it before you land. The water bucket clutch like that can save you in a variety of situations, although it takes a little bit of practice. Don't expect to execute it first time. But a water bucket will also be incredibly useful because the rest of the island is populated by Endermen, and the Ender Dragon is going to be flying around in the sky while the Endermen are walking around on the ground. And naturally, if you look at any Enderman, you're going to end up having to fight them, which can get a little bit disorienting and also kind of dangerous. For that, I also recommend considering carving a pumpkin and wearing it on your head instead of a helmet. Naturally, this is going to reduce any protection that you're getting from the armor and the armor enchantments, but wearing a pumpkin on your head, while it also decreases your vision like this, prevents any Enderman you look at from getting angry. They simply won't recognize a player with a pumpkin on their head looking at them as any kind of hostile force, so you won't end up getting attacked by Enderman if you're wearing a pumpkin in the end. Unfortunately, the reduced visibility does make it a little bit difficult to fight the dragon. You can press F1 to remove the HUD, although unfortunately that removes all of the other HUD elements like seeing what you've got in your hands at the time. Personally, I'm not going with the carved pumpkin approach simply because I want you folks to be able to enjoy the video, and also I've got pretty good at not looking directly at the Enderman. But once again, the bucket of water is going to save you from Enderman if they end up targeting you, because if you simply place the bucket of water and stand in the center of it, Endermen do not like making contact with water, and the water will spread out at a large enough radius that you'll be able to safely attack and deal with the Enderman whilst not having them come near to you to deal melee damage. Aside from that, bring a healthy supply of food with you. We're going to be using golden carrots for this fight, but if you've got any golden apples, a boss fight is a pretty good opportunity to use those. And if you want the fight to go even quicker, considering bringing a couple of buff potions with you. We can bring some health potions if we need to heal up nice and quickly. We can bring some regen potions if we need a longer lasting regen effect, and we've got some strength 2 potions which will help us deal a lot more melee damage where it counts. Swiftness might also be useful, but you won't need things like fire resistance.
Damn, it's absurd how much XP they give.
Night vision is going to be virtually useless as well. The dragon does not breathe fire, so fire resistance will not help you. But honestly, that is more or less it, unless you folks can think of anything else that you do to gear up when you're ready to fight the dragon. So let me know that stuff in the comments. It would be really interesting to hear how other people prepare for the dragon fight, but that's going to be it. In Monday's episode of the Minecraft Survival Guide, we're going to be going to the end of fighting the dragon.
I believe at floor 8 I get to encounter an enemy.
Minecraft Survival Guide, folks. I do hope you've enjoyed this look at how to find the stronghold. Best of luck.
I'm looking quite forward to rematching.
Let me know how it goes. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. My name has been Pixelriffs. Don't forget to leave a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you folks soon. Take care. Bye for now.
Beating this guy up should finish the job. Oops. I accidentally gave freeze arms twice on the same row. Hot diggity. Damn. 1000 damage. I don't think I'll be able to do that when I switch back the difficulty. should get TP, I think. Holy shit. Okay, level 10 overheat is actually really dangerous. When was my last save? Well, fuck me. Ugh. Whatever, I guess Apple will be 5 levels below everyone else. She doesn't really need Crushing Blow and Arm Breaker. I can get them later. Oh, if she were level 50, she would have managed this with the big evidence. Me and my stupidity. Shit, I forgot to give her combat power. I haven't finished Umag and Ethelid yet. As well. I forgot about Mayara. I'll go bring her on my... or to get Ethelid to level 50, I guess. You know, maybe I should get all her arms to level 3. Would that be worth it? Let's try it. I say why not. Party needs a shield. A healer would be nicer. And fuck it, bring in the full team. Alright, I'll just finish these quests and end it there. I'll give all of the XP to Ethelyn. Oh fuck. Ah, this increases action speed. That's actually rather nice. I'll get it at 5. Sounds good. was wacky. Ah, the smart hammer's a forging tool, right. Hot spring should be around here. Yep. But apparently there's supposed to be more. I'm gonna use the walkthrough and try to find all of them. Why not? One A, 7A, northeast corner, and 1D. Southwest adjacent, somewhere around here. Then I'll be locking myself back in the hardest difficulty after. Or all the dinosaurs for the other quest. Tails, Ramera, and Vale are definitely my 3 favorite characters. That much is certain. I'm definitely biased towards these 3.
challenge yourself on the sharp turns of the final track in this grueling Grand Prix. New tracks are now available in F-Zero 99 Pro Tracks and Team Battle races, along with all 3 events. And this weekend, Grand Prix events will be available
sure,
in
I
10
can't.
minutes, plus 1 ticket. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to F-Zero 99. I had to push out a video today because they just released new tracks in F-Zero 99.
I'm just gonna try getting the bones.
Oh my god, all the tracks are brand new in F-Zero 99. Whatever.
Flame Lizard and Cave Elephant. I can find the rest on the first floor. Or not, I was thinking the wrong enemy. Around where I can farm for wood should be where elephants show up. As for the flame lizards, I have nary a clue. Fuck.
In F-Zero 99, the whatever, 99
Where's
mode.
the elephant?
I wasn't sure. I was wondering if we would get all old maps, but nope. Mew City 2. Oh, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Just how I remember her from the Super Nintendo game. Here we go.
That you played literally just a few days ago?
What? That's booty. Come on. Guy? Big Toxic? Was that him who hit me? I'm not sure. Alright, here we go. Mew City 2. I'm excited, bros. I don't know where to use my Skyway, though. Ooh, 2 ways. So awesome. So awesome. So awesome. Oh, this looks just like Mew City 1. Okay. Alright. Chillin', we got Skyway. I'm assuming Skyway is gonna be best
I
utilized.
encounter them at least always whenever I'm grinding for wood here.
Knocked me out of the damn freaking thing. Okay, Skyway, right here. You don't say, right over the thing. Cool. Oh, I guy was flashing. Damn, so close. But he's a fox, and now he's at full health. Oh. I like this map. I like this map. Pretty legit. Dude, what the hell? Yeah, that's right. Oh, damn it. Come on. That freaking sucks. I mean, the KO is nice, but the other thing sucked. Ah, I thought I could beat it. Damn it. Damn it. I'm screwed. Hopefully I don't die, though. Boost! Okay. I got slaughtered, but I like that map a lot. Oh, 4 dinks? Oh. New practice course unlocked. Mew City 2. Nice. Okay, can I go redeem myself, please? Mew City 2 or Big Blue? Come on, give me another chance at Mew City 2.
One more random encounter.
Nice. Here we go. No more freaking shenanigans, alright? Talking to you, guy. Yeah, right. That's right. Oh, dude, how'd they all pass me? What the hell? I don't know what the best boosting spot is, but whatever, man. I like that second ramp, that's nice. Look at this first place position, are you kidding me? Holy smokes.
Wait, did I accidentally sell?
That much?
I could have sworn I had 2 of the 3.
Oh, buddy, okay, let's boost. Let's go.
Whatever.
Let's go. Going first. Let's go. I think I heard someone right behind me. Pretty sure. Yep.
I'm just gonna go ahead and report.
Nuts. Can't believe I'm still first. Nice, the red guy. Shoddy driving right there. I wasn't. Wait. What? 4 laps? I thought there were 3 laps. My bad. I think playing that other F-Zero game messed me up. Spoiler alert.
Alright, can't forget. Combat study.
I lost my first! I had a voice! Ah! I didn't die at least. Dude, I have never in my history of playing F-Zero 99 held first for the entire race like that. Kind of crazy. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you love that trombone champ. I mean, F-Zero 99 content. What, you didn't watch my trombone champ video? What the hell? Oh, please don't vote for Mew City. Oh, thank God. New map. Red Canyon 1. That's a new map, right? Wait, is this an old map? Dude, I can't remember. Is this a new one? Or an old one? I don't remember. I also just played F-Zero on the SNES, so it's like... I'm also kind of like forgetting, because I played all these on SNES, so now I'm like trying to remember which ones were actually on F-Zero 99 and which ones weren't. This is a new one. This is definitely a new one. Is Red Canyon 2? Sick! Oh my god, this is sick! Yeah, is Red Canyon 2 in this game already? I seriously can't remember. I like this map. This game is so fucking rad, you guys, and they update it and stuff. Like, how freaking cool is that? Imagine if they did that with Mario Damn 35, you bastards. Oh, that was good. That was really good. Oh, I can't believe I missed that guy.
Yeah, are quest rewards not split evenly?
Knocked him out.
Everyone gets the exact same
He
amount?
dies
Shit.
miserably.
Or was the gain there just excessively low or something?
Did you see that? Oh my god! I got second. Did you see that guy go flying off the map? Holy shit! I cannot wait to watch that later and slow it down when I'm editing this video. Second place, that's not bad, that's not bad. I like that map. I like that map a lot. Mini Prix. Will Mini Prix play all the maps? Do I have to wait for the Grand Prix to play all the maps, or can I get them in the Mini Prix? That's what I want to know. Big Blue, Port Town 1, and Deathwind 2. That's 2 new maps. Bros. So Port Town 1 is the new map because Port Town 2 is already in the game. That's a little confusing. Deathwind 1 was in the game before, now we have Deathwind 2. But first, the Big Bleh. We can't die though, otherwise we don't get to play the races. I think I need to prioritize not dying over even winning. Because I want to play those maps. You know? So, I should try not to play too aggressively, I think. But I want to win too, damn it. What a dilemma. Look at all these a-holes pushing me everywhere. God. It's freaking nuts. Oh, God. Oh. Oof. Okay. Ow. Please, don't do that. That's not very nice. I'm getting lots of points, though. Lots of Skyway tokens, you know? I do enjoy that. I'll be on that Skyway in no time. Dude, would you stop pushing me? Going a little earlier on the Skyway here. I don't know how I feel about that versus my other spot. I feel like my other spot's better. Okay, good. Yeah, don't go too crazy. I want to see those maps, dude. Not by nature to not go balls deep, though, if you know what I mean. I feel like we gotta go hard. Damn red guys, damn blue guys, damn every guy. Can I get another Skyway? Yeah, I'm gonna get another Skyway. Oh, that's huge, and I'm towards the front. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna use it later this time. Got it. Nice. Okay. Fucking A, dude. I'm getting bullied. That sucks.
It's midnight, just like the current time in this
my normal spot.
game right now.
Okay, careful. Don't die. Don't die. Okay, we're good. Pretty good overall, too. 5th place.
I'm gonna go now.
I'll take it. I feel like I could have got 1st